In this video, called the Pro Level Baguettes, we are going to enhance the flavor and the texture of both the crust and the crumb of these higher level baguettes than we did in the previous video that was called the Intermediate Baguette. And in this one, we are going to use two pre-ferments. One is called a Polish and the other is a sourdough leaven. So we're starting off by making our Polish. We're taking 200 grams of 75-degree water, and we're adding 3 grams of yeast. So the yeast has dissolved, and now we're going to add 200 grams of all-purpose flour. And I'm going to put the lid on and put it up on the shelf for tomorrow morning. We're going to pour 20 grams of 80-degree water into this little tub. Then I'm going to take a tablespoon of nice, frothy, bubbly, wonderful starter. Okay. I'm going to swish it around, incorporate it in the water. Now I'm adding 220 grams of all-purpose flour. And now, let's see what happens when we mix this. So now this leaven is nicely mixed, and it took a little bit more time and a little more energy. It's stiffer than the Polish, but we're ready to put this up. I'm putting 500 grams of 75, 76 degree water, and I'm going to be adding 400 grams of the Polish, 400 grams. And now we're going to do the leaven. We're aiming at 400. We got 372, which is close enough. All right, we're in good shape. I'm stirring to disperse. Nicely dispersed. Now I'm adding 350 grams of bread flour. In you go. And 650 grams of all-purpose flour. And this is going to be mixed on the stand mixer. We're going to mix this just to blend. We're starting the autolyse now. This is when the flour will absorb maximum moisture that it's possible to do. And this is going to take about 40 minutes. And we are leaving this in here because this is going to get right back to work in a while. We're back to the stand mixer. We're going to add 50 grams of warm water. We're going to add our diastatic malt powder. And salt. So we've added our 50 grams of water, 10 grams of diastatic malt powder, and 24 grams of salt. And we're letting this thing mix very thoroughly. Okay, we've stopped the mixer and I'm cleaning off the dough hook, and we're going to transfer this dough into this container to begin a bulk fermentation. Okay. We've just finished the thorough mixing in the stand mixer and turned out our dough into this container to begin the bulk fermentation. That will last a total 3.5 to 4 hours during which every 40 minutes or so we'll be doing folds, and we'll show you that next. We're on our second set of folds, and here's how we do it. Woo, look at that. Holy mackerel. Loosen the one side, see how it's pulling away, sort of. Going around this side, so I can scoop my hand down and have it sort of roll out onto my hand. Wow, we could have used a much larger. I don't want it to tear. I want it to come out so I can fold it over itself. So that's a fold. Except I didn't get down very far. Okay. I'm going to each side around so I don't do one side twice. I don't want it to stick to my hand. Okay. Wow. It's a lot of stuff. Okay, that's good because I don't want the other one to be well. There we go. Okay. There. Wet side to wet side. Okay. There you go. Stretching across the outside. And here's the last one. Okay, now.
Chad said we'd get 2 to 3.
Oh, well, they have big baguettes. See, this is only 99. Wow, that is a mini.
We'll have that for supper.
Perfect to go with our fish chowder. All right. Okay.
One more time.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Oh, the last one behaves nicely. I didn't even need the scraper. Beautiful. Voila. They're all done.
Now we'll cover them and wait a half hour.
Okay, half hour's rest. this is the last of our baguettes, and because you saw we had a massive amount and we were dividing as quickly as we could into 155 grams each, of course nothing's perfect. So we got to the end, and here's this little tiny little one who's quite underweight, but it's okay. It's a mini baguette, a micro baguette. So I'm giving it the same treatment. And there it is, the last one. So I'm putting it right on there. Then we're going to cover them, and they are going to rest for, how long is that? 2.5 hours? Yeah, 2.5 hours these will rest and rise. They'll get puffy. So that's it. And when we come back in 2.5 hours, they'll be ready to be going into the oven. And I will remember to get my blade, my leam out, and cut these long diagonal strokes so that the bread can open up.
All right, all set for you to score. Here we go. They look beautiful.